Welcome back everyone to another training week. This time around we're watching the week of 13th January, where I only got to have 2 training sessions. So we had to clean up our pit after the floods in the northern part of New Zealand following the cyclone. And underneath our pit there was quite a substantial layer of water that had to be pumped out. Now this water was mixed with some sewage and of course all the little bits of foam that sit at the very bottom of the pit on the concrete, all mixed in together, which made for a really unpleasant job. But we had a lot of helpers. Some parents came to help as well, so we ended up getting the job done in about two or 3 days, I think it was. Especially a lot of the TriStar staff helped out. So it was a massive job, and as you can see here on Sunday, we were allowed to come in to train a little bit because the gym was going to be closed on Monday and Tuesday. A little side note here, on Sunday I thought that I would try Pagan from my Maras Giant. So instead of doing 2 giants, do 3 giants with the same sort of intensity that I do when I do Maras. And I was kind of skitzing out. I got a little bit lost, a little bit disorientated. I don't know if it was the idea of tucking again that was throwing me off. I went back and did a couple of beach ball front halves on the trampoline to my stomach, but still didn't want to do the Pagan. So of course I'm probably now glad that I didn't do it, because just the other day I caught my first Maras, fam. I finally caught my first Maras. And those who saw it on the YouTube, I think you saw exactly how much emotion I was holding and carrying. And really it was a 12-year job. I don't remember exactly when was the first time I tried it, but I do remember that it was after a world championship in either 2010 or 2011. It was one of those world championships. And that's pretty much 12 years, guys. That is 12 years of on and off training a skill. For probably 99% of those years, I thought that it was beyond me. I thought it was beyond my capacity. I had no idea what to do to make the skill a reality. And in the end, you know, now with a lot of experience and more wisdom under my belt, there is no secret. You just have to keep going, and you have to keep abiding as that force of evolution inside of yourself, believing in the change that's going to come little by little by consistent and smart training. 4 peach to 1 bars in a row, not a bad deal. I actually caught Maras again that same day. Let's save the Maras story for the Maras week. We'll focus on this week, which was a pretty short week. So you'll be able to tell at the end of the video the situation that the gym was in, because I'm doing some planche training on the low pommel horse, so you'll be able to see how high the foams were actually stacked. Me and some of the level 5 to 6 group made a nice little area underneath the high bar, not the pit high bar of course, but the solid high bar. There you can see exactly how high the foams are stacked. And a little bit further out underneath the hard high bar, I think it was especially Eris and maybe Yanku, maybe I think the 3 brothers, they made a little trail for me along with their dad to prepare the gym for the next day, so I could do a little bit of high bar training. And I think that took about 20 or 30 minutes just to get all the foam from out of that high bar area. With the entire club helping out to get the foam out of the pit, that only took about half an hour or so as well. but then there was a second stage to the job, clearing some space for me on the hard high bar and clearing some space for Sam underneath the hard rings. So I forget what happened on Wednesday. I think Wednesdays generally I don't train. We take Mila to swimming lessons and it's kind of a family day, so I had 3 days off and jumped straight into a mock comp on Thursday. And I wasn't sure about it, but as you can tell by the warm-ups, it was going pretty well. After not being able to let go of the bar on Pagan on the Sunday, I was a bit discouraged. So this day I decided just to leave Maris alone and focus on my routine content. David Colvin came in again for the second time. And for those that haven't yet heard, David will be the official World Cup coach for the Doha and Baku World Cups. We're leaving on Saturday, so we got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and off we go. And I'll be honest, I'm pretty exhausted. I think all the screaming after the Mars definitely exhausted my throat. So I've been kind of pretty tired the last couple of days. So let's see how this P-bar routine went. Could have done that a bit better. Shot for handstand, but ended up undercooking it a bit. I was going to shoot for the Makuts routine, but once that giant came over without pausing, I just instinctually took the Makuts out and went for Stutz. Decided to do a bit of a planche press to handstand for some extra endurance. That's definitely not why I did it, but obviously I was a little bit off. Cameron, our judge, had me at a 13.1, so obviously a score pretty much good for nothing. That's not going to get you anywhere. But yeah, so, you know, maybe it was the 3 days off, but in general, the last couple of weeks, P-bar's been kind of hit and miss. So let's see how the routine on high bar went. Clean. Very clean. No feet separation in the Coleman on the catch, but when I slowed that down, I do notice that my knees come apart as I'm reaching to the bar, so maybe they'll take a 0.1, I don't know, but the feet definitely stayed together, so I was happy about that. I was really happy about the quast. The angle is still lower than what, you know, what would be non-deductible, but what I like about it is that I'm no longer, at least in this turn, losing form during the catch phase of the quast. I'm getting quite a nice push away when I catch it. So Cam had that at a 13.7, and I definitely did not need to pike that dismount, so that's something I got to keep in mind, that if I'm feeling good, just commit to a straight body in the dismount, save myself 0.3 perhaps. So I hopped up for probably 30 seconds to a minute or so after and just carefully did a couple of skills. Obviously exhausted after the routine. The Stelda didn't quite make the Stelda over, but I think I was shooting for a perfect handstand. Good knees there, less pike, but a hop forward. Then I was quite you know, pissed off, for lack of a better term, after messing up that P-bar, so I thought I'd challenge myself and just come up to P-bar straight away without doing the bar in the warm-ups or anything. Just hunting it straight away, no warm-up, and straight into it was a routine minus the Honda. What I thought I would do would be a middle section, the middle section that I messed up. But after I made the middle section, I thought, you know what, let's just keep going and take it all the way through to the end. And it goes to show that, you know, putting pressure on yourself doesn't always work. Maybe for some people it does, but for me, historically, when I try things again on the second try, it goes much better because I know it doesn't matter anymore. I don't care so much if I make a mistake, and that makes me do my turn from a more freed up place inside, and it flows better. So as you can tell, there was no warm-up there. The grip wasn't exactly great, but I just committed and I made it. And on Saturday, I decided to focus on some sticks. Get my body straight, get my knees straight. I think I stuck like 1 out of 5 or something, so it wasn't exactly the best stick ratio. So yeah, there you have it. Leaving on Saturday, I'll probably shoot for another relatively big day tomorrow, and of course take it easy on the Saturday before we leave. So all the work is done. You know, now you just gotta prepare properly once we're over there. Do everything so that we're comfortable, adjust to the time zone and all that. We do have a really big flight. I'll just finish on my flight. We're going to Adelaide, then we got a 16-hour layover in Adelaide. From Adelaide back to Melbourne for some sort of a technical stop, and then all the way to Doha. So it's going to be an extremely long flight, which isn't going to help us for acclimatization, but it is what it is. Can't change it now. And then off we go to the World Cups. Gotta say, thank you so much for your support, guys, in that Maris. There was so much love in the comments on the YouTube channel. I wanted to reserve the whole clip for the YouTube only because for me, YouTube is a more special place than other social media. So you guys got to see me scream, get emotional, and you just got to see my third spaz out of the year. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for the support on the Mars. You guys have been following it all the way since the World Championships, rooting for me, and it just made it, you know, it made it that much more special knowing that it's not just me that's invested in catching the skill. There's a lot of other people that are gonna get a good what's the word? Whether it's motivation or inspired or just keen as to see another body catch the skill. So thanks for sticking with us. All the best. Till next time.